UBC, inspiring.
A very good evening to you all. Thank you for joining us for the UBC News tonight at such a monumentous day. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark, and this is the UBC News tonight, still part of the UG Polls edition. Let's take a look at the headlines and then get straight into the bulletin. In our news tonight, NRM candidate Yoweri Tibuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni declared winner with 71.65%. A combined election observation mission releases a preliminary report on the election. NRM supporters and top party leadership celebrate Museveni's win. And across the country, NRM supporters celebrate victory of President Museveni and the NRM party. Once again, thank you for joining us. We now give you the news in detail. The chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Justice Simon Byabakama Mugenyi, has declared NRM candidate Yoweri Tibuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni winner of the Uganda's 2026 presidential elections. President Museveni won with 7,946,772 votes, equivalent to 71.65% of the total valid votes casted. Saddam Obale reports.
Yoweri Tibuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni, 7,946,772.
At the National Tally Center at Lubowa, Sebagabo, Machinde, Wakiso District was the National Tally Center. It was a scene of jubilation and celebration. Cheers, songs and ululations filled the National Tally Center as the Electoral Commission chairperson, Justice Simon Byabakama Mugenyi, read out the final presidential results and declared President Yoweri Tibuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni winner of the 2026 presidential polls.
Yoweri Tibuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni, 7,946,772 votes. Now, therefore, candidate Yoweri Tibuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni, having obtained the highest number of votes in the election and the votes cast in his favor being more than 50% of the valid votes cast at the election, the Commission hereby declares the elected president declares candidate Yoweri Tibuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni the duly elected president of the Republic of Uganda at the presidential elections held on the 15th day of January 2026 for the next 5 years.
President Museveni won with 7,946,772 votes, representing 71.65% of the total votes cast, while the main challenger, Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, came second with 2,741,238 votes, equivalent to 24.72%.
Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, 2,741,238.
Nathan Nandalamafabi of FDC got 209,039 votes, representing 1.88%. Mogesha Muntu Oyera of Alliance for National Transformation ANT polled 59,276 votes, representing 0.53%, Bulira Kabinga of Revolutionary People's Party obtained 45,959 votes, representing 0.41%. Kasibante Robert of National Peace and Party garnered 33,440 votes, representing 0.30%. Munyagwa Mubarak of Common Man's Party received 31,666 votes, representing 0.29%. Joseph Elton Mabirizi of the Common Man's Party secured 23,458 votes, representing 0.21%. The commission also recorded 275,353 invalid votes, equivalent to 2.24%. In all, 11,366,201 votes were cast nationwide, representing 52.0% voter turnout of the total registered voters.
Total number of votes cast is 11,366,201. Repeat, total number of votes cast is 11,366,201, amounting to 52.50% of the registered voters.
Justice Byabakama congratulated the president-elect and called for calm across the country. He advised any candidate or stakeholder dissatisfied with the outcome to seek legal redress in line with the law. Saddam Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
A combined election observation mission has also released a preliminary report on the elections, highlighting key legal, administrative and security concerns. A key concern was the internet shutdown that affected their operations. A leader of the AU, COMESA and IGAD observer missions, also former Nigeria President Jonathan Goodluck, and the head of the ESC Observer Mission, Ambassador Eda Mokabagwiza, delivered their findings.
The Combined Election Observation Mission says the environment was conducive to the conduct of peaceful and fair elections. In preliminary findings, the mission reports that several political parties complained of blockages in accessing campaign venues, with incidents of harassment and intimidation. Observers also noted that some campaigns were marred by the excessive use of force and vote inducement through gifts and irregular campaign financing practices. The report further raised concerns over the involvement of the military in the electoral process, which contravenes the law.
However, stakeholders raised concerns regarding the domestic observers' accreditation process, particularly delays, unclear criteria, and limitations imposed by the Electoral Commission affecting some civil society organizations. Additional concerns received were on the vulnerable delimitation exercise, alleged to have been characterized by limited public consultation, logistical delays, and disputes over demarcation.
The shutdown of internet services 2 days before the elections, the mission says, restricted access to information.
The mission noted with concern the shutdown of the internet now on the fight. The action has affected citizens' right to receive information, infringes freedom of expression, and has also affected the effectiveness of our mission.
The mission commended government for facilitating the necessary logistical and operational resources. Overall, the mission observed calmness and patience among Ugandans despite the delays. The observers also report inconsistent communication on use of the manual voters register, with instructions reaching polling officials at different times.
Despite these delays, the mission observed that the environment was generally calm and peaceful with noticeable presence of party and candidate agents.
While most presiding officers received the instruction to use manual verification, others did not receive the same instruction. As a result, their session remained unopened longer than others are waiting to receive instruction, some as late as 12 noon from 1 p.m.
Similar inconsistencies were noted after voting was extended by 1 hour to compensate for lost time, as some polling stations still closed at the originally stipulated time of 4 p.m. In conclusion, the mission stated that reports of harassment, arrests, intimidation of candidates, and the internet shutdown contravene provisions of the African Charter on Democracy and the right to information. The mission has recommended that Parliament undertakes comprehensive electoral reforms and enact a campaign financing law. The Electoral Commission was advised to conduct robust testing of adapted technologies.
The Electoral Commission needs to minimize cases of denomination of candidates by enhancing mechanisms for verification of requirements before nomination.
A proposed legal reform should also consider the following. A. Enacting a campaign financing law that provides for clear spending limits and effective enforcement mechanisms to curb the commercialization of elections. B. Reviewing and passing a comprehensive policy and framework governing the utilization of technology in elections. C.
Observers also urged the Commission to prioritize voter education to address the high number of invalid votes. The mission says a final report will be released within 1 month, and it has called on all actors dissatisfied with the election outcome to seek legal redress through established channels.
Now, after the declaration of the president, the NRM supporters and top party leadership went into celebration at the National Tally Center in Lubowa. Meanwhile, candidate Chagulanyi's chief agent and other opposition party agents expressed dissatisfaction with the declaration and walked out of the Tally Center in protest. Ivan Juko reports.
God is good all the time. He never lies. NRM oye! NRM oye! U7 oye!
I'm reporting to you live from the National Tally Center here in Rweza, Lubowa. It's been a moment of jubilation and chanting among NRM party members, supporters and leaders following the official announcement of their flag bearer for the 2026-2031 presidential candidate, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, as the winner.
Love President Yoweri Museveni and NRM, because it's not all about presidency, it's also at Parliament. We are winning with a big majority of seats, over 70%. So far, we just which have come in. So, and this was clear that from the time we started the campaign process, when it came to Parliament, NRM had candidates in all the constituencies, while the NUP, for instance, had only in 59% of the constituencies. That was a clear testimony that they don't have majority support along the country, and NRM was destined for the win. It would have been surprising otherwise. So far, we have over 350 members of Parliament, so we are going to have over 70% of Parliament. As we are winning the presidency, we have won the Parliament. We're also going to win local government elections which are coming in next week. We're also going to win all of them with a big majority at that level. So Ugandans, we are going to implement our manifesto. We're going to prioritize the fight against corruption. We're going to prioritize development, infrastructure, roads, the railway, the Eastern Gauge Railway, provision of services, water, electricity to all the sub-counties of Uganda.
People appreciate what the NRM has done. People appreciate what the NRM has done, and they appreciate the messaging. First of all, the peace and stability, which has led to all this growth that we are seeing in every part of the country. Previously, we used to have things like, we shall not wait for Karamoja to develop. They are no longer there. All parts of the country are developing at the same time because of the peace and stability. We have seen Uganda being opened up in terms of road network. You can move from across all borders on tarmac. We have seen the health service delivery system, which has improved during the NRM government. We have seen schools that have been constructed and all the other facilities. But by and large, under the last manifesto, NRM promised the parish development model, which was going to provide cheap and patient capital. And this was done. Almost 4 million people or households have received this money, and this is a testament to what the NRM can do, and we are going to increase it. So we are sure that even the pledges or the commitments that we have made in this manifesto are going to be fulfilled.
Honorable, how are you tentatively performing in Uganda or Central Region?
In Central Region, first and foremost, we are very grateful that the NRM and under President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni or President Museveni as a candidate has won in Uganda. That is one. Two, the members of parliament, the numbers have increased. As we speak, we have 58 members of parliament on NRM ticket, and there are majority of the independents who are also NRM leaning. So as we have already said it, that it is important for a member of parliament to belong to the ruling party. Our people have been political orphans in the last term, and they have seen and known what it means not to have a leader that can lobby, that can bring services to the people.
By winning with 70%, it's a true definition that the youth still demand from His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and they are not ready to settle for less. We're settling for the best because we have to up our A-game with productivity, developing the culture of entrepreneurship in youth and women, and as well boosting the culture of agriculture, micro-agriculture production and processing. This is where our stand lies as Ugandans. Without that, that means we are no more.
However, during the handover of result certificates by the Electoral Commission to the presidential candidates' agents, candidate Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu's official agent and other opposition candidates declined to pick the documents.
Have sampled the figures being displayed here with what we have obtained from the polling stations. Clearly, they do not match. We have also witnessed all manner of fraudulent actions, including ballot stuffing, including multiple voting. We have also received information of what has been transpiring at the different district tally centers. Therefore, we reject the results because they do not represent the will of the people as expressed through the polls on the 15th. We declined to receive the certificate because we believe that the certificate is not a reflection of what transpired on polling day. It is a representation of a fabrication that has been perfected by the Commission.
One of the tenets of democracy is an election. And if you want to instigate a better election, that election must be free and what? And fair. All along we have been seeing what has been happening to candidates. Candidates have been brutalized. We have not had a fair play in this election. The state has been using consolidated fund the way it wants. Now we are saying we can't tolerate associating with such a system.
The other thing is that everyone who went for these elections knew what we were going for. That most of this position had only one person, one winner. So you went when you knew. There could be no way that we could have more than one winner. So it's my call to all of us, those who have won, celebrate in brackets, but also if you have lost, have the courage and the patience to bear, because life must continue. And I encourage you life must continue. Don't hurt yourself, don't go into too much stress. You could have lost money, but life must continue. May God bless you, and I pray for you especially if you lost, that God will comfort you, God will open more doors for you. But for those who have won, please know that the Lord says, the Bible says that love the Lord with all your heart and love your neighbor as you love yourself.
The Office of the National Chairman, ONC, has celebrated the victory of the NRM party flag bearer, Yoweri Tibuhaburwa Kaguta Museveni. While marking this milestone, the head of the ONC, Hajat Hadija Namialo, expressed heartfelt gratitude to the public for the trust and confidence shown in re-electing President Museveni. She thanked Ugandans for the overwhelming support and reaffirming the office's commitment to serving the people and advancing the party's vision for national development.
Declares candidate Yoweri Museveni.
I first of all take this opportunity to thank the Almighty Allah for all the blessings He has showered us with this evening when they are announcing our beloved President, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Thank you, Lord, for all your mercy. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to see right, not left. We have seen right and we have chosen the best. You enabled us to see through what we couldn't see. On behalf of the Bazukulu, the grandchildren of this nation, as the head of the Bazukulu, we congratulate you, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the grandfather of this mighty nation, for the success achieved. And we pray to the Almighty Lord to guide you more so that you can really still take good care of us, maintaining peace, stability, and ensure that our priority needs are met.
I want to congratulate Ugandans for voting President Museveni, for listening to him, for listening to Madam Hadija Namialo, because as we are all aware, this office headed by Madam Namialo has done enough mobilization.
I congratulate all voters in Uganda for having voted Museveni 71%. I know you have voted for PDM, you have voted for infrastructure, you have voted for Myoga, and you have voted for peace. I hope with this manifesto that we have, which is going to lead us from 2026 to 31, is going to make us wealthier, and we shall become wealthier. We are going to create more jobs. We are going to be happy in our country.
It is because of us, the people of Karamoja. If you look at in Karamoja, the map, 99% we made sure that we gave to the president because he has done a lot. Peace in Karamoja has prevailed because of him. If you look at PDM, it is 100%. If you look at Emioga from Karamoja, it's 100%. The roads, you can no longer fear to go to Karamoja. You move peacefully. The hours that we used to go for a long time, no more. All this is because of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
President, we are very happy that you have been elected for the presidency, because otherwise people have been in fear. The peace was going away. The developments were going away. Who was going to protect our gains without President Museveni? We are happy that you are there, you have gone through. We are going to take our gains are going to be protected, especially the peace in this country.
The National Vice Chairman of the Patriotic League of Uganda, PLU, Toyota Michael Kaguta, has presided over celebrations at the Cricket Oval in Lugogo following the victory of the NRM presidential flag bearer, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. He attributed the landslide victory to strong grassroots mobilization and well-coordinated party structures.
Move up, move up, move up.
You've been covering the president, NRM, fraternity, so I appreciate you. I want to thank all Ugandans for making it 71.6. It's not the president's win, it's for all Ugandans. You've made it. I want to appreciate and thank the mobilizers, the secretariat, all Ugandans who have made it to 71.6. It's our victory as Ugandans. We want to congratulate the president for winning with 71.6. Thank you so much. We congratulate you. And I want to assure Ugandans that it has not been easy, but I want to thank all mobilizers. It has been our win. It's our win. We have done it. We have worked hard, and I'm sure everybody is happy. So we congratulate all Ugandans that those who have made it to 71.6. It's for all of us. So, and I want to tell Ugandans that it has been peaceful. It has been, I think, for the last 15 years, we've had the most peaceful election. So I want to thank Ugandans. I want to thank security for protecting people and even guiding them. So we thank everybody. We thank Ugandans. And let's continue. We keep peace. Thank you so much.
A message to those who might not have accepted the results.
I don't think there is anybody who has not accepted. Maybe if they are there, please accept and try again. It's not far, 5 years, you can try. We don't like violence, keep peace, and then Ugandans will decide come 2031. Ugandans have decided, so we have to accept that. But I don't see anybody challenging the results.
Now, this is to clarify that Ajuri County results for the Member of Parliament seat are yet to be released. We will bring you the results when they are declared. The NRM Chief Whip, Dennis Hamson Obua, is the current Member of Parliament for Ajuri County in Alebtong District and is still contesting for the seat. More in our bulletin. Following the declaration of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as victor of the 2026 presidential race, youth went to the streets celebrating what they described as a historic win. They chanted while waving flags, hailing the elected Museveni as a visionary leader to steer Uganda for the next 5 years.
There were conversations and we wanted to protect the gains, promote unity, peace and stability and prosperity in this country. Every young person you see here is happy and we are going to say Muzee Yobewo.
His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni kubanga yasobodde okutukubira ekifaananyi ky'ebiseera byaffe eby'omu maaso ekitumatiza. Then ne byatukoledde emabega bisobodde okutukonvinsinga wajje tulaga. So ebintu byatukoledde bitukakasiza nti alina gundi zaffe ku mutima gwe, ebirubirwa byaffe ng'abavubuka ku mutima gwe. For example, kino ekisanja yaleesewo program nti abamala university nga tebalina mirimu bagenda tandika kufuna entandikwa. Then abavubuka emyoga agenda zongeramu ku sente. So kino ekisanja abali b'enguzi tebagenda chance mukisa gonna gonna. kubanga yabadde batulemesa enkulaakulana yaffe. Bannabyabufuzi abalala badde bamuvuganya babadde bawalampa opponent waabwe mu kifo ky'otuwulira plan ze balina ffe abavubuka ki kye batulina eby'omu maaso. Buli lunaku oli awalampa munne yeetoonoye abadde atubuulira ki plan ki zalina ffe eziri mu maaso. So ezo plan ze zisobodde okutumatiza ffe ng'abavubuka ba Gen Z okumuwagira. So ntwala guno omukisa okwebaza Katonda olwa buno obuwanguzi bwatuleetedde ne neebaza Maama Janet Kataha Museveni olw'okutuweererawo n'okutumentalinga ffe abavubuka ffe ba Gen Z. President Museveni oye! President Museveni oye! Gen Z oye! Kadingo za!
Welcome home to entertainment, to Wi-Fi everywhere, to high-speed internet, to security, to first-class support. To convenience. Welcome home to MTN WakaNet, superior internet for every home. Visit www.mtn.co.ug/WakaNet. Welcome home. Together, we are unstoppable.
Starting with 100,000 shillings, you begin building real financial strength, because wealth doesn't just happen, you build it. And the ones who start early end up ahead. Every deposit, every month, every little increase. This is how your money grows into wealth. Put your money to work with the experts at SBG Securities. Partner with us today on your investment journey.
SBG Securities. Keep growing for you, for them, forever.
This is our home, our land, our Uganda. From the rolling hills to the busy streets, from the farmers in the fields to the students in classrooms, we are one people. Elections are a time to choose our leaders, not to fight our brothers and sisters. When violence enters the ballot box, the future of our country is wounded. But when peace leads the way, our nation grows stronger. On election day, choose unity over diversion, respect over hatred, and dialogue over distraction. Love your country, protect your fellow citizens, stand for peace, and say no to electoral violence. This message is brought to you by the Global Election Observation Mission, GEOM, in partnership with the Uganda Electoral Commission. Informed citizens, strong nation.
Kabogozi, where are you coming from?
From NSSF.
NSSF? You traveled all the way from Namagudi to get NSSF services. Lekanawe. NSSF is now everywhere. Come on, I show you.
Yakabande pakabanda Nikarejesta FNSSF Akontribute yosimate life Yawaga deep down in Mbarara Make NSSF payments No wahala okubeka langala NSSF sure is not far Watisomoro kuhika gotido Enjoy NSSF from where you are.
Access NSSF services right where you live. With over 20,000 quick teller agents across Uganda, now you can conveniently register yourself, make NSSF payments and contributions to your Smart Life account to Ubeda. NSSF, a better life.
Unisteel Investment Uganda Limited, shaping the future of steel in East Africa and beyond.
With an investment of over $100 million and a production capacity of 300,000 metric tons per annum, Unisteel is setting new standards in steel manufacturing. At our state-of-art facility, we produce TMX rebars, branded Unis TMX 500 CWR, and high-quality wire rods using only imported virgin steel billets. Every batch is tested and tracked for unmatched quality assurance. Our steel powers the region's most ambitious projects, from dams, skyscrapers to bridges and beyond. Unisteel, superior quality, trustworthy choice.
Step into elegance, step into confidence, step into La Vie Boutique. Located at Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda, La Vie Boutique brings you high-class corporate and casual wear for men. From sharp designer suits and crisp shirts to stylish casual t-shirts, tracksuits, shoes and accessories, we've got everything to make you stand out. Call us on 0772 419 181 or 0705 555 558. La Vie Boutique, where class meets style.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby dondolo.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks, Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21 hash and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, the UG Polls 2026 edition of the Bulletin. Now, in Mbarara City, NRM supporters are celebrating the victory of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and the NRM party. Thousands of supporters marched through the city, waving NRM flags and chanting slogans in a vibrant show of unity and support.
Well, it is a very exciting evening here in Mbarara City as hundreds of NRM supporters have taken up onto the streets of Mbarara City to celebrate the victory of their presidential party flag bearer, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who has been now declared the winner of the 15th January 2026 presidential polls after securing over 7 million votes. Here in Mbarara City, it is excitement. People have gathered, like you can see with me here. They are celebrating the victory of the man with the heart. I'll be speaking to a few to share with us what brings this excitement and what they expect out of the president in the coming term of office of the 5 years. We'll speak with the deputy RCC of this city who has led the team which is on the streets of city Mbarara to celebrate this victory. First and foremost, how have you received the announcement, the declaration of candidate President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as the winner of the 15th January parliamentary and presidential elections?
First of all, let me take this opportunity to thank the Mbarara City mobilizers. For you, Mr. Arsis. Yes. Let me take this opportunity to thank the landslide victor of the president. For the first time we have made it. Uganda, we are proud of the president, we are proud of NRM, we are proud of the NRM mobilizers, NRM supporters, NRM leaders who mobilized the world to get this landslide victor of His Excellency the President. As Mbarara City here, we are celebrating the victory of His Excellency the President, and we are so happy. And we are already protected against. In Mbarara City, we got 79.21. Mbarara City, Museveni waye! Land victory waye! NRM waye! Museveni waye! Victory waye!
Mr. Katwire, What do you expect from the president, your party flag bearer, in the coming term of office, 5 years? What can he focus on in this new term?
First of all, you know, NRM has a manifesto, and majorly I'm expecting these 5 years all Ugandans to get out of the poverty. I expect all Ugandans to have incomes from their families. I expect to improve on health. I expect to improve on infrastructure development. I expect to improve on water extensions. I'm very sure all villages in Uganda will get piped water, good water. I expect good roads. The roads where they have not reached, they will reach. The schools which are not yet built, they will be built. The hospitals, we shall get many hospitals. And I expect hospital to be
but someone is telling me here he doesn't see the vibe, the celebration we are talking about, as if we are in the barrier. What can you give us, show our viewers that indeed the victory has been received with much expectation and anxiety in Mbarara? Yes. They are men and women, they are children, they are our brothers and sisters.
Benni shaba kugira ngo abeho businge emyaka 5 kandi turebeke ngo aba programs za government kandi zona zakira.
Well, our viewers, we just want to pause this at this point. Of course, we want to throw you into the celebration, but I'm told this lady has something special to share with us in line with this victory. And of course, if she can express to us how she feels first and foremost about this victory and what could be her expectations from the coming government, which is likely to be led by His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Thank you very much. Nyenda kusima abantu mwena abo butebekana. Nyenda kusima security murundogo abo ko mukarura kona tunje mburemezi bwona. Nyenda kusima security organization zone zibeziri. Kandi nyenda kusima abanya Uganda kurango bechirize na mnomno nkambara sitanetera kubi amurundogo tunjire 80%. President Muteze sinjiremo. NRM esinjiremo tweka byona naye ata opposition abo kugira ngo barebere gains ezi president tuyozona amurundogo bari protect the gains basinga kwa president yamani abo kwa appreciating obunjira NRM kandi security police army na president na general Kimurugaba batuyambira kurangu habire muri karo habire muri Rwanda habire kushaga abantu amaduka gona bakomeye gatebekire kandi abantu bayezimbira mururu kandi amururu ndogo western region ekira almost 90% after president Museveni abo kumusima abo kwebiye kozire kandi ngabanya Uganda omunoguye bwo kubanja abantu batirebona kurango bakorera eba bashabire obwo karuru buhire nshaka ko abantu bagarukane abantu bakundane kandi abashaho bahumuriza abantu baryo mu karuru akakaruru tukuferaho akaruru no kusavinga so nishaba ngo abantu abasinjira mu karuru okuno mu mugakazo mu service ko kantengera president Museveni obahangazi kandi abagabo Uganda bona bise twatanise abo businje protecting again as our slogan.
Viewers, we want to pause this broadcast from here, but of course let our people continue giving you the updates from different parts of the country in as far as the declaration of the results of the 15th January 2026 presidential election. We will keep on you engaged, but I want once more to thank our brothers and sisters who are at the broadcast house. Thanks for the good work so far done. You have worked on empty stomachs. You have not gone to bed for the last 2 to 3 days. We want to say you are the most patriotic Ugandans we have in this country. Thank you for delivering, and of course I know, though we still have a lower and local council elections coming up, but of course we know you are up to the task. Back to the broadcast house, and I'm Robert Onyango here in Mbarara City.
Well, thank you very much, Robert Onyango, for managing that crowd very professionally. The NRM party has won 3 out of the 9 parliamentary seats contested in Wakiso district. NUP secured 4 seats, while 1 candidate won as an independent. Wakiso district returning officer Tolbert Musinguzi announced the winners amid jubilation from supporters of the winning candidates.
Headquarters tallying center received and tallied results from different polling stations. Security was tight. Access to the tally center was restricted to only authorized persons. The district returning officer, Tolbert Musinguzi, granted clearance for entry. The tallying process in Wakiso moved from one area to another, starting with the entire municipality, where Gashaija Shaika of the NRM defeated Motekamwa of the Democratic Front.
And in accordance with Section 771 of the Parliamentary Elections Act, declaring Gashaija Shaika Stephen, who has obtained the highest number of votes, to be elected candidate for the municipality constituency in Wakiso district.
In Wasilo North, Moses Mayanja of the NRM won. The incumbent Paul Nsubuga of NUP did not return in the race. Other constituencies of Chadondo East, Machinde Sabagabo, Nansana Municipality, Kila Municipality, and the Wakiso District Woman Member of Parliament seat were won by the National Unity Platform.
Let's think about Uganda. Let's avoid self-seeking goals, things that will put Uganda into trouble. We come into election not to fight. This is not a battle. This is not a war. We are here to bring ourselves to those who are going to vote us, and people will choose their leaders. And we believe that's the democracy we are talking about. Let's have a free and fair election rather than going into battle, rather than going into running battles. I was telling my campaign agent and those who saw me where I voted, I got a lot of issues. The soldiers were chasing us from the voting areas.
I declare was obtained the largest number of votes to be elected candidate for Chadondo East constituency in Wakiso district. Several David was obtained the largest number of votes. People power, everywhere, NUP. And according to Section 771 of the Parliamentary Elections Act, I declare C.C. George, who has obtained the largest number of votes, being elected candidate for the municipality in Wakiso district.
People power, people power. Numbers, and I'm glad that they bought the message that we've been representing to them, that we are bringing leadership which is not only closer to them but also competent, based and effective representation. It also affirmed that we also affirmed what we always say, that the people have always the people of Chiravois embraced the NUP message, the NUP values, and I think on the part of the party that was a win for all of us.
And in accordance with Section 2 of the Elections Act, declare Daniel April was obtained the largest number of votes, being elected candidate for the district woman representative parliament in Wakiso district.
Emmanuel Magola was the only candidate who won a seat in Wakiso as an independent.
Nebaza Katonda olwekino kyantuusizaako ng'omuntu, ate era nebaza abalonzi ba Wakiso East Constituency, ate era twala n'omukisa guno okwebaza President wange Robert Kyagulanyi ampadde omukisa guno, ate tuusa n'okwebaza kwange eri mukwano gwange Mathias Walukaga nti obuwanguzi buno bwa Magola ne Mathias Walukaga omusiime wa Kabaka.
Meanwhile, there was tension during the declaration of results for Busiro South MP seat. NUP candidate Charles Matovu, incumbent MP, presented documents claiming victory. However, the seat was declared in favor of the NRM flag bearer Kenan Opio. There was heavy security presence, including officers in plain clothes, in the tallying room as Opio was being announced. I'm Bantu Machabe Semambo for UBC.
The National Resistance Movement has registered victory in Nakawa East after being officially declared winner at Kololo Independence Grounds. Fred Ruhindi proceeded to Mbuya 11 Parish, Mbuya 2 rather Parish, Community Center in Chitawuluzi, where he joined supporters to celebrate the win. Ruhindi thanked voters for their support, and he also promised to effectively monitor government programs in the area.
I have told you that I am in politics out of conviction, not out of convenience. My service to the people is a calling. Yes. Obukulembeze bwange buyite. So n'olwekyo maze emyaka 10. I have finished 10 years without being in parliament, without an office in parliament, without an office as a minister. So I kept serving the people because I serve the people out of conviction. So I will ensure that I keep on with that spirit. It is these people who came and said, since you are not in office, since you do not have some money that you earn, let us take you back. Since you kept serving us, let's take you back to those places where you can even earn money and have an office, and you serve us better. Hence, the present day arrangement. I can tell you, you can see the excitement among the people. You saw it yourself, all right? You saw it. This is our finest moment in the history of Nakawa East. And while in Parliament, I will pair up with so many colleagues who are interested also in serving the people. There are those who fight service to the people. They only want to serve themselves. I will pair up with those people who want to serve the people. First of all, the president, you've been hearing the president saying, please, let us ensure that in government schools, there is no school fees. Let us ensure that in government hospitals, people don't buy drugs. They are served with the drugs.
And in more news tonight, Herbert Edmond Ariko has overwhelmingly won the MP contest for Gweri County, beating incumbent Tom Julius Ekudo of FDC and 3 others by 11,862 votes. Samuel Eninu, who was an independent, came second with 3,359 votes, followed by Ekudo with 2,070 votes. Ariko, current MP for Soroti City East, returned to native Gweri County and leveraged his influence as NRM chairman for Soroti District to secure a landslide win. This marks a major shift in Gweri's political landscape, as no NRM candidate had ever won the constituency since 1996. Ariko's organizational skills and leadership delivered a historic win, including sweeping President Museveni's votes, estimated at 80.37% across every polling station. And from Mubende Municipality, Sumaiya Nabawanuka won the race with 9,073. The race included Deo Masembe Mujabi of NRM, who got 7,668 votes, Lubega Bashir, who came on independent ticket with 4,121 votes, and Akankwansa Ramadan with 1,254 votes. In Buwekula South, Fred Tumwesije, who came on an independent ticket, won the race with 8,804. NRM's Didan Mubangizi with 7,998, and NUP's Edward Sempira in the last position with 1,915. In Kasambia, David Kabanda of NRM was the winner with 38,156 votes, and Henry Muhumuza, who came on the independent ticket, got 11,144 votes. In Buwekula County, Kakoza Joseph Munna of NRM won the race with 10,306 votes. Stephen Ndagizimana of NUP got 8,204 votes. Kulabirawo Edward, who was independent, got 5,462 votes, and Judith Wazimana 2,358 votes. DP's Mukasambide Nafuna got 1,610 votes. Women Member of Parliament for Mubende District, Hope Grania Nakazibwe of NRM garnered 70,768 votes, and Teopista Tindimweba on independent with 23,408 votes. Felista Nanyanzi of NUP 23,380, and Nakatude Udaya of ANT got 921 votes.
Stella Parish Kisanyusa Playground. Nakatude Udaya 0. Nakazo Grania 147. Nanyanzo Felista 10. Nanyanzo Felista 45. Inimwewa Tobista 41. Chita P. Achita Hall Compound. Nakatunde Udaya Sevaiga of Ants got 921 votes. Nakazibeko Bugrania NRM 70,768 votes. Nanyanziko Felista Nob 23,380. Kindimwewa Tobista Independent 23,408. Total number of votes cast for candidates 118,477 votes. Total number of rejected votes 3,515. Total number of papers counted 121,992. Total number of papers spoiled 343. According as the returning officer for Mubende Electoral District, and in accordance with Section 72 Parliamentary Elections Act, Cap 177, I declare Nakaziweho Pukurania, who has obtained the largest number of votes, to be the elected candidate for this human representative to Parliament from Mubende Electoral District. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to God and to the people of Mubende, for they have given me an opportunity once again to serve them as a woman member of Parliament for the next term 2026-2031. I am so grateful to God and to my voters for the same responsibility. I want to appreciate them for yet again entrusting me with that responsibility of representing them in Parliament. As we move along, I will not say that I'm going to start working on this or that. I'm only going to continue doing what I have been doing, because I know these are things that are going to be the foundation for the development of Mubende district. One of them is helping my people in settling properly on their land without any panic. That I have been able to do for for the last 4.5 years, and I believe with this trust that they have given me for the next 5 years, I will still do the same. I can do that in a number of ways. One is being proactive and being responsive whenever they need my help. Not all people know the landlords. Not all people know where to go when they need advice on land matters. Not everyone knows how an original or...
As well as on 27th, we shall have the elections for the district, for the municipal mayors in the whole county. Therefore, don't forget, come and vote for your local leaders.
We've come to the end of our News Tonight edition of the UG 2026 polls. Thank you very much for being a part, and we also do congratulate the winners of both the presidential and parliamentary races. We also do expect to be broadcasting more of the races at the lower levels, so we also compel you to stay calm and maintain peace as we still have a country to build. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark, and I'm styled by La Vie Boutique on Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8. Right behind Bank of Uganda.
Inspiring Uganda.